Today I'm reviewing two different hydration vests, but I'm reviewing them for hiking and carrying vlogging equipment, not so much for running. The two vests are the Nathan and the Camelbak Circuit vest. Stick around. So I've recently taken up hiking, and if you've seen any of the other videos on this channel, you know that I do both day hikes and overnight camping. And I picked up everything I needed for the overnight camping, but I really haven't felt like I had what I need for day hikes. I've been looking at buying a day hiking specific backpack, and none of it really suits my needs because what I really want is something with a lot of pockets in the front for carrying all of my vlogging equipment. And my equipment is a GoPro Hero 8 on a tripod and a GoPro Hero 6 on a gimbal. So I haven't been able to find something that had enough pockets. And then I came across reviews of hydration vests. And so I picked up two. I went to the store, I tried on a bunch of different vests, and I checked them out for size and comfort and how much water they carry, because we live in the desert and I do want at least 1.5 liters of water, but they do make vests that carry less if you are good with that. So I checked them out, and these are the two that I've picked up that seem that they might work for me. Let me go over all the equipment that I carry so that you can see what I'm looking for in a vest. For vlogging, I carry my Hero 6 gimbal. I don't have my Hero 6 on this. And you can tell that it's broken. And it's broken from so many times of dropping it, usually it falling out of my backpack or something like that. So it still works, but I carry this. And I have just my GoPro Hero 6 already on it, and I use this for moving shots. And then I carry this cheap but very light and functional tripod with my Hero 8 on it, and I really love this thing. If I can find it again, I'll put a link in the comments below. It's a Fotopro telescoping tripod, and I just love it because it gets so small and it is very, very light. You can put a camera on here, or your phone on here, or like a GoPro on here. So I shorten this up, put it in my, and I'd like to be able to put it into a pocket really easily. Next, I carry protection. I always carry a knife, which I can just hook to a loop, and bear spray, because where we live there are bears. There are also cougars or mountain lions, and other just random things you might run into. I also carry snacks, usually just a bar, maybe some nuts and seeds and dried fruit. On many hikes, I might carry my rain jacket. I carry my phone, and then I carry things like my sunscreen, keys, and maybe an emergency blanket. And that's about it for a day hike, in addition to all my water. Okay, this vest is the Nathan Vapor Swiftra 4-liter. It's $125, so it is by far the more expensive. The total capacity is 4 liters, but of water it only holds 1.5 liters. So the back has 2 pockets. I'll try to show those. Has a big outer pocket, and then it has your pocket for your hydration bag. There's some stretchiness to this material here, so that's good. And then it's got these here loops kind of on the side that you can hang things from. Moving to the front, you can tell we've got a big pocket here. Really, really wide, big pocket, deep, and you can put a whole lot of stuff in there. And it's got this loop that you can secure things to as well. And that's on the left side, and then you have the same thing on the right side. And there is an extra pocket here that zips, that you can put things like keys in and whatnot. Okay, and there's actually a couple more pockets here as well. There's a pocket on the outside on each side. right there. You do have this strap, so it kind of limits the functionality. It is zipped closed there, so or I'm sorry, sewn closed there, so you have to be careful. It does have this mesh material as well, I guess for breathability, so that's pretty nice. So let's look at the hydration pack here. Pull it out of here. Okay, so here's the hydration pack. So it holds 1.5 liters or 1,500 milliliters. Looks like it's pretty easy to do. For purposes of testing, I am not going to actually fill this. I'm going to disconnect it. And what I'm going to put into the vests is this bag of water. It is 1.5 liters, but that way I can test these and not I not take off the tags and not use it up, and I don't have to worry about that, so I can actually return whichever one I don't buy. You might be hearing our cute little dogs in the background. We'll show a cameo of them in a minute. All right, I've got the Nathan vest on. So it has 2 straps in the front. And these straps can be adjusted up and down here like this and tightened. So it says you have these 2 straps here that you pull for the perfect fit. I am not sure what they adjust. I'm not feeling any adjustment when I do this. So I'm not quite sure what that's about. Let me give you a turn here, and then let me load up the vest and let you know how it is all loaded up with all my gear. All right, I've got this all loaded up. Hello, dog. Okay, I've got my Nathan vest loaded up here. Got my phone, I've got snacks in the inside pockets. I've got my knife over here. I've got my bear spray over here, and now I'm going to try putting my camera equipment in here and seeing how that works out. So put this tripod here, see if this works with the phone in there. Alternatively, I could put the phone in the back, but I would want to get it out. And maybe I would also be able to fit my phone in a pocket in pants. So this works out pretty well. Also in the back I have the water, and I have my rain jacket shoved into the big pocket there. The one thing about that is it's very bulky feeling, and it's not all that comfortable like that. So yeah, I also feel on this one like these straps are quite far out. Let me try pulling on this thing again, see what happens. Pull for perfect fit. Yeah, I still don't know what that's supposed to be doing here. All right, so we figured out a couple more things on this vest here. It does have this zip pocket on both sides and the pull strap on both sides, and what that strap goes to is a strap up in here that basically tightens it around your rib cage. So that's what that strap is for. Okay, so this is the Camelbak. It is the Circuit, where does that say? Circuit Vest 50 ounce. It actually holds 1.5 liters in the bladder. So it has one large pocket in the back, which is this big one. And it actually doesn't come with this, but it does come with the loops for it. I took this off of a different backpack so that I could put my rain jacket on there. It does have this strap here. Then in the front, we have some straps here. We have this zip pocket here where you can put things like your keys. Again, and you have this large pocket, and it does cinch closed, which is pretty nice. And that is on the left. On the right, same thing, you got this, and then you have another pocket on the top that does not zip. And then you again have your large pocket. They do have stretchy mesh down here, so on both sides to give you a little extra room. It also has this nice mesh material for breathability, hopefully less sweat there. Okay, so here I have the Camelbak vest, and I've got the back loaded up. I've got my raincoat on here. I had to strap it on with this elastic from a different backpack. I've got my alternate water bag in there. I don't have the front loaded up entirely yet with my camera gear, but I do have my knife and my bear spray here. So let's get this out of the way and try it on. Okay, it's fairly easy to put on here, except for I'm getting hit by the tag. All right, hit by the tag, awesome. Let's put the hair up. Got two straps, one above and one below. And they are not adjustable. They do not move up and down, but you can tighten them. Okay, so I've got my tripod for my Hero 8, which is what we're recording with. And I've got my gimbal for my Hero 6. So let's see how these go into the pockets here. So we've got this one. Okay. And this one. Okay, great. Okay, so I've now got two snacks, and I've got my phone here also. So let's see how that works. I'm actually going to take this out. Okay, so I might have to choose a different snack other than that. Stick this down in here. Alright, but that's gonna work. And I can tighten this loop here. Now the phone. Okay, so that fits in quite well. Let's see if it'll also hold the gimbal. Yep, that'll work. I'll tighten this down. Okay, now let's tip forward and see what happens. Okay, nothing is falling out, and that's great because that's how this broke. Well, I actually think this bag of snacks could go in the back pocket along with the water, so I think it's pretty good. The comfort, pretty good. Not sure if this is gonna bump. I'm gonna bump this with my arm and be uncomfortable. Seems like the drinkability would be pretty good with the hose right there. Here's how it looks. It does feel like these straps are a little far out on my shoulder. So I think I could probably tighten it up and fix that. All right, so now I'm going to compare both vests together on the various factors that I'm looking at. So we have the Camelbak and the Nathan. The first factor I'm looking at is cost, and the cost is $84 for the Camelbak and $125 for the Nathan. Just to be clear, they both hold the same amount of water, basically have very similar number of pockets, so in many ways they're similar, but the Camelbak is a lot cheaper. There is a different Camelbak that is more expensive, but it didn't have the pockets I was looking for. So the next factor is comfort. And I think for comfort, I think I'm gonna have to give it to the Camelbak because I'm able to attach the rain jacket on the outside here, which made it not feel so bulky compared to the Nathan, which makes it feel quite bulky and tight up against me. Even with those straps adjusted. Functionality, they both work in terms of the pockets and what I'm looking for there. It looks like they'll both work for drinking and holding the water. They both are pretty easy to load, so that's been pretty good. For looks, I'm not sure. I think they're pretty much the same. Could look kind of silly, I think, in one of these vests no matter what. The Camelbak isn't quite as extremely branded. You know, this Nathan looks huge. I'm worried that people are going to yell at me Nathan on the trail, so I might go with the Camelbak for that. I think the deciding factor is just going to be the cost for this one. So it looks like I'm going to keep the Camelbak and return the Nathan, but I think if you're willing to pay this extra cost, this would be a great vest also for this purpose. One more factor it's probably worth mentioning is that the Camelbak is a unisex and the Nathan is, I guess, for women specifically, and it does come in different sizes, and the Camelbak is a one-size-fits-all. There are a lot of other features and things about these vests that I'm not necessarily reviewing because they're not what I was specifically looking for, but there are other great review videos or promotional videos out there that you can look at for those purposes. All right, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll check out some of my other videos, and you'll get to see me looking ridiculous, but being very comfortable and having a lot of functionality wearing the Camelbak on the trail.